Good day, sir. We are the Group 3 that will dig deeper and share our topic, the air pollution and public health. To start with our report, let me drop an inspiring quote that is related to our topic. Less air pollution is the answer to healthy life solution. For our introduction, population health is a wide branch of healthcare that practices the application of science to prevent disease and promote health at the community level. Air pollution is one of the biggest facets of today's issues within the sphere of public health since it directly endangers people's lives and exists as a major risk factor for various health conditions. Next is the problem statement. Air pollution is a significant contributor to public health issues, posing a serious threat to human well-being. The alarming levels of air pollution have overwhelmed the natural defenses of human body, leading to compromised immune systems and increased susceptibility to various diseases. This complex problem stems from a combination of human activities and natural occurrences. So, what are these diseases? To start with, we have respiratory problems, significant health threat that affects millions of people worldwide, contributing to a wide range of diseases and premature deaths. So, based on our explanation, it causes such as dust and soot, and can also penetrate deep into the lungs, causing irritation and inflammation. These are the types of respiratory problems. First, we have asthma air pollutants, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, and lung infections. We also have cardiovascular problems. It can directly and indirectly affect the heart and blood vessels. It causes through inhalation, causing systematic inflammation, oxidative stress, and other psychological changes that increase the risk of developing or worsening cardiovascular conditions like hypertension or high blood pressure, heart attacks, and heart failure. Economic consequences. Air pollution leads to significant economic consequences for public health by increasing healthcare costs due to the treatment of pollution-related illnesses such as asthma and cardiovascular diseases. Aside from that, based on our explanation, it also reduces workforce productivity, decreased work performance, that impacting overall economic output. This result to loss the potential economic contribution from affected individuals. Social inequities disproportionately affects low-income communities and marginalized groups, exacerbating existing social and economic inequalities. These populations may face higher healthcare costs and reduced economic opportunities, perpetuating cycles of poverty. For the causes of the problem, one of the worst environmental challenges is the emission of air pollutants and the effects they produce on human health. Sources of air pollution can be classified as natural and anthropogenic. So, while we dig deeper to this topic, we also have examples for the causes of the problem. These are industrial emissions, vehicle emissions, construction activities, waste management, tobacco smoke, and toxic chemicals. Industrial emissions. These emissions often come from burning fossil fuels in power plants, factories, and vehicles. Vehicle emissions. Motor vehicles are a major source of air pollution. The combustion of gasoline and diesel fuels in engine produces these pollutants, which contribute to smoke and respiratory problems. Waste management. Open burning of waste, including household trash and agricultural residue, releases toxic substances like dioxins and furans into the air. Tobacco smoke. Cigarette smoke and other tobacco products can release pollutants like particulate matter, carbon monoxide, and volatile organic compounds. Construction activities. Construction sites produce dust and other particulates that can contribute to air pollution. Heavy machinery and construction materials often release PM into the air. Impact on human health. Air pollution is a major threat to human health, affecting our lungs, heart, and overall well-being. From triggering asthma and COPD to increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes, the consequences of breathing polluted air are severe. This invisible danger also contributes significantly to premature deaths worldwide. Respiratory disease. Air pollution can affect lung function, trigger asthma and COPD, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, exacerbations, and increase the risk of respiratory infections and lung cancer. Strokes. Elevated levels of pollution like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide, and especially fine particulate matter cause systematic inflammation after the particulates are inhaled and lodge into lung tissue, causing the increased incidence of stroke, hospitalizations for stroke, and stroke mortality. Heart attacks. When you breathe in a poor quality air, the air pollution can travel deep into your bloodstream through your lungs and to your heart. This can increase your risk of developing heart and circulatory diseases. Premature deaths. World Health Organization estimates air pollution caused about 6.7 million deaths in 2018. These deaths are often linked to cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. Hypertension. This has been associated with elevated blood pressure due to chronic inflammation and vascular damage. Asthma attack. Air pollution can trigger asthma attacks by causing the muscles around the airways to tighten, making it difficult for air to move in and out of the lungs. This can result in severe breathing difficulties and require medical attention. Heart failure. Chronic exposure to air pollution can worsen existing heart conditions and contribute to heart failure by overburdening the heart and reducing its efficiency. Cancer risk. Populations living near industrial areas or heavy traffic zones often show higher incidences of cancer due to prolonged exposure to these harmful substances. Neurological effects. Long-term exposure to polluted air has been associated with cognitive decline and an increase of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. For instance, research indicates that children exposed to high levels of air pollution may experience developmental delays and reduced IQ scores. Economic impact. Air pollution significantly impacts public health, leading to increased medical costs and lost productivity, while also exacerbating economic inequalities and requiring substantial regulatory cleanup efforts. First, we have healthcare costs, which increases healthcare costs for individuals and governments. According to a study by the Global Burden of Disease, air pollution contributed to 9 million deaths globally in 2022. Reduce tourism and investment. It's natural that people are likely to avoid visiting polluted cities or countries. This can lead to a loss of revenue for the tourism. Higher environmental cleanup costs. Air pollution causes long-term damage to the environment, leading to a need for cleanups that may require significant financial resources. Economic impact. Air pollution significantly impacts public health, leading to increased medical costs and productivity, while also exacerbating economic inequalities and requiring substantial regulatory and cleanup efforts. First, we have increased energy costs. One of the connections between economy and air pollution are higher cost of energy. The buildup of pollution can cause equipment to fail and need repair or replacement, leading to income increase in energy cost for business and individuals. Next, we have environmental issues. Deforestation leads to habitat loss and climate change. Air pollution causes health problems and global warming. Water pollution harms and marine life and contaminates drinking water. Negative impact on labor market. Related illnesses can significantly impact the labor market, leading to increased absenteeism, reduced productivity, and higher healthcare costs for both workers and employers. Decreased agricultural yields negatively affects the agriculture sector by reducing crop yields and compromising food security. Ozone and nitrogen dioxide, two common air pollutants, damage plants and hinder their growth. Detailed statistics about the problem. Global scale. Ozone pollution contributes a smaller proportion of deaths compared to the other two pollutants, but its relative contribution shows a slight increase in older age groups. The overall number of deaths exhibit a pattern of increasing with age, reaching a peak in the 75 to 79-year range before experiencing a slight decline in the oldest age group. This overall pattern likely reflects both the increased vulnerability of air pollution with age and the influence of other age related health factors. In essence, the graph highlights the substantial and varied impact of different air pollutants on mortality across the entire human lifespan. Detailed statistics about the problem, local scale. Graph displays real-time PM2.5 concentration levels in micrograms per cubic meter across various locations in the Philippines. In contrast of our explanation, these peaks suggest periods of severely polluted air. A general trend of decreasing PM2.5 concentration is noticeable in most locations towards at the end of observation period, which is the January 1st. Although some locations still maintain relatively high levels, the substantial differences in PM2.5 levels between locations highlight the uneven distribution of air pollution across these sampled areas. Current efforts to combat the problem. Global efforts to combat air pollution and improve public health continue to evolve, incorporating new technologies, policies, and international cooperation. Here are some current and emerging strategies, like urban forestry and green spaces, and waste reduction recycling initiatives and awareness campaigns. These are like planting trees and expanding green spaces and efforts to reduce waste regeneration and increase recycling rates. And for awareness campaigns, this is a public education campaigns being run to inform people about the sources and effects of air pollution. Other examples are stricter emission standards, international collaboration, promoting clean transportation and clean air acts and policies. For our innovative solutions, the research conducted shows that 95% of the global population is exposed to polluted and toxic air. Air pollution also leads to reduced human intelligence and global diabetes. In order to counter this global threat, cities of the world are coming up with smart city solutions and measures to minimize air pollution, like electric vehicles and sustainable transportation, smart air quality monitoring systems, and personalized air purifier. Photovoltaic coatings, AI-powered pollution prediction, and green walls in vertical farming. Challenges in addressing the problem. Addressing the problem of air pollution and its impact on public health presents several significant challenges, which are often interrelated. Here are some key issues, like climate change interaction and technological limitation. While technology offers solutions like air purifiers and electric vehicles, these technologies may not be accessible or affordable for everyone. And health impact variability on pre-existing health conditions and individual sensitivity. Other challenges are economic constraints, public awareness and behavior, identifying sources of pollution, technological limitation, and health impacts assessment. Actions individual can take. Individuals can take several actions to help mitigate air pollution and improve public health. Here are some practical steps, like conserve energy, use eco-friendly products, reduce waste and recycle. We also have support environmental policies, plant trees that support green spaces, and support renewable energy. In conclusion about our topic, the burden of disease attributable to air pollution is substantial, disproportionately affecting vulnerable populations such as children, the elderly, and those with pre-existing health conditions. Addressing this critical public health challenge requires a multi-phased approach, encompassing stricter emissions regulations, advancement in clean energy technologies, improved urban planning, and public awareness campaigns to promote individual and collective action towards cleaner air and healthier communities. Let's work together to maintain pollution-free air for a better future.